Good morning, friends. Now this week we are going to be talking a lot about nature. So that means that we're going to be talking about things that we find outside, like plants and rocks and flowers and dirt, sunshine and rain. Those are all things that we're going to be talking about this week. Today we're going to be doing a little mud pie activity. And what is so fun about it is that we're going to be putting all these fun nature things together. We're going to freeze it in our freezer in the kitchen, and then tomorrow we'll get to do something else with it, and I'm going to show you what you'll be doing with it tomorrow. So today we're just going to be making the pie and then freezing it in our freezer. So the first thing that you guys need to do is find nature materials outside. So let me show you guys some of the things that I found, okay? So I found some big green leaves. Now this might be a little big to just put into my pie, so I'm going to be ripping it up, maybe cutting it with some scissors. Okay, I have some beautiful little purple flowers, a lot of these green leaves. I found a beautiful white flower. So what I did with the white flower was I took all the little petals off, so I have smaller pieces. I got a bunch of, what are these? You know what those are? Rocks. I got some rocks. Some other purple flowers. Very pretty. I found some little pieces of yellow flower petals on the ground. So these ones have fallen off the flowers already. I got some wood chips. A lot of different things, huh? And then I found these plants that I thought were really cool that I could take off some of the little pieces and sprinkle them on. So I found all of those, and of course it's a mud pie, right? So we need dirt. So I got my big cup of dirt. And to make dirt into mud, what do we need? Water, right? Dirt is very dry, so it's kind of like sand where if you get it on your hands, it's just going to fall off. But when you put water in it, it becomes mud. It becomes kind of gooey and squishy, right? We talked about it in bear hunt, right? When they have their feet in the mud, they're going squish, 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 right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a big mud pie. So what I'm going to start by doing is putting my dirt inside of my pie pan. Now we need to make sure we still have a lot of room for water because it's not going to freeze if we don't have the water. So I'm going to start with my dirt and then pour some of my water inside. Okay, kind of sprinkle it all around. And I got a little stick so I can kind of mix it all up, get all of it nice and wet, right? Get it nice and muddy, okay? You can see it's still pretty wet, right? If it's not too wet, then you'll need to add a little more water. So, gotta mix and mix and mix, round in a circle, right? Circle is round, a circle is round, this is my circle is round. All right, let me see if I can show you guys a little bit what it looks like. You can see it's still moving, right? So it's still pretty wet, a little squishy. So that's perfect right now. Now I'm gonna start adding some of my nature materials, okay? Now it's up to you guys if you wanna mix your nature materials in. So if you wanna put your leaves in there, and then kind of give it a mix, you can do that. Okay, I might do that for some of it, but some of the materials I just want to sprinkle on top. Now, I think I could add a little more mud and water, so I'm gonna do that, okay? You have to think about, do I have too much water? Do I have too much mud? Right, if you have too much, it's not going to work. So, well, if you have too much mud, dirt. All right, mix it, mix it, mix it. All right, let's see, what should I put in next? I put in my dirt, I put in a couple of leaves. So I think I'm gonna put in some rocks and flowers. I think the flowers I might save for last, so let's see. All right, looks nice and mixed up. Perfect. Now is this the kind of pie you're gonna eat? Right? Yucky. Mud pie. We don't eat mud. It's just pretend. It's nice to play. Nice to play and pretend. All right. All right, my mud is all mixed up. I'm going to add a couple rocks and count with me. I'm going to count and put 5 in. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 rocks in. All right, give it a little mix. I can feel the rocks on my stick when I move it around. All right. Let's see, I'm going to add some of these little yellow flower petals that I got. I'm going to kind of sprinkle them all around my pie. And you're going to see your pie with the flowers and the leaves, it'll start to look a little more colorful, not so dark and black, right? You need to add those pretty colors in there. All right, now I'm going to add some of these big green leaves. These ones, though, are just a little big, right? So I'm going to cut it up. I don't have my scissors next to me, but if you guys have scissors, you can cut them too. So cut it up. It's going to give it a little more color. Okay. Now, I only had yellow and purple flowers, but you guys might live somewhere where you can find lots of different colors and lots of different kinds of flowers, and that can be fun. It's fun to find lots of different things and see how your pie can change. Now, if you guys don't have mud at home, you guys can just do this with water. You guys can just do nature items and water if you don't have mud, okay? Either way, it's going to work for what we're doing with it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to work on melting our pie away. And how we're going to melt it away, you'll have to find out tomorrow. All right, I have little pieces of my leaves in there. Mix it all up. I'm gonna add some wood chips. This pie's looking very beautiful. Okay, lastly, I'm going to add a few more of these green leaves. Sprinkle these yellow flowers in. Okay, I still haven't used my purple flowers, so let me show you what I'm gonna do with my purple flowers. And when I mix it up, sometimes the pretty flowers, they go to the bottom, so I can't see them. I want my pie to look kind of pretty, so